All right, welcome everybody. Music Villa here, Bozeman, Montana, and I am with Gibson Guitar. JC, CEO, Cesar, CMO of Gibson Guitars, and man, you guys came out today. What a cool thing! Groundbreaking ceremony at the Gibson factory.
Yeah.
I grew up in this town. The factory, I've been there since '89. I was a senior in high school. Later, I went out there and used to pick out wood and try to, build guitars with Ren and do all that stuff. And it's such an iconic place to me, but now it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's such a bigger world of guitars right now.
Yeah.
You said today about this company's 137 years old. And what would Orville think?
Yeah.
The guitar world has gone crazy, and it's such a cool time to be in guitars. I'm excited to see new kids getting involved. It seems like people are getting involved in guitar again. With this new factory, I mean, what do you think is going to happen? What's your future of this new factory, and what's just the basics of it?
Well, I mean, if people have been following Gibson, like you said, for 127 years, and like we've been, we had our amazing starting point in Kalamazoo, and then we've been in Nashville. Obviously, we've been here in Bozeman for over 30 years now.
Yeah.
And so we're not just jumping on the Bozeman train, man. We've been here and we put our dues in, but we recognized 2.5 years ago, Cesar and I came here, and let's face it, we all know the obstacle course that Gibson went on, but not as the CEO cliche, but we committed to turning that obstacle course into an opportunity course for real. I mean, we're guitarists, we're musicians, and this was like a noble cause for us. And so we were here 2.5 years ago, and we started the old, let's save our sound, and it was for real, and I couldn't be more proud. 2.5 years later, we're here announcing the quite significant expansion of what I believe is the most amazing acoustic guitar facility in the world here in Bozeman for Gibson. And what it's all about is it's not just about, what's been happening in the last year. And the last year is amazing. And, when I say amazing, it didn't start off amazing. Let's face it, a year ago, it was real. It was COVID. Your doors were shut. Our doors were shut.
I was just finishing this room and it shut down. I went, ooh.
But then something interesting happened. And what we said 1 year ago, we committed to ourselves, to our team, all of our partners said, let's plan for this sort of significant impact, but let's all prepare for opportunity, because it's coming. We're playing the long game. And we made a decision about 1.5 years ago that we were going to commit to acoustic and really get behind it, because Gibson's, let's face it, you're known for a lot of the awesome electric guitars, probably more so than acoustic, but our heritage, our quality, our attention to detail, the artists that play acoustics, we got that. But what about the next generation? So about 1.5 years ago, we said, let's go on an expansion program. And expansion isn't just like add some more square footage. I fundamentally believe that this whole notion, Gibson's always been a made in the USA brand. Yeah. And made in the USA is not just a bumper sticker. It's not flying the flag. The flag is amazing to fly, but fly it with the pride that goes behind it. And I really believe this. Made in America is about craftsmanship. It's about quality, but it's also about elements of innovation and automation and scalability. We're a global brand. We got to feed a global market of guitarists that want more Gibson. So it started there. And then now we announced today, literally we put shovels in the ground and said, we're building, we're going to double the size of our Gibson acoustic facility here. We call it the Craftery, because that's really what it is.
Double the capacity?
It'll double the capacity, but more importantly,
it's still a small amount.
It's small, but it's significant and specific, and Cesar can talk to you about it. It's one thing to say we double the capacity. I think that's only a part of the story. The real story is the journey we're going to take our guitars on.
Yeah. What's the future of guitars, right? I mean, in your mind?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a wild year. I mean, it's like...
Yeah. It's definitely been a wild year, but I think what this is going to allow us to do is do more of the guitars that are shaping sounds now going forward. So, for example, you saw some of the new generation collection G45s that we put out, right? So we want to do more of that, and instead of being just 2 guitars, we want to build a collection. Yeah. And so in what we now call the modern collection of Gibson acoustics, we want to be able to do more and more of those generation guitars across different Gs. So whether it's double low in the future and a G45, a G Rider, a 165, a 185, all with cutaways. There's new features that we've been designing now in the lab
Yeah.
And that's the other thing we're going to do here. We're going to build a lab.
Right.
So the acoustic lab will be here.
Excellent.
And the new acoustic custom shop, we have a little presence right now in our small footprint, but future state, we're building a proper acoustic custom shop, a fully dedicated
Great.
setup space
Yeah.
for a custom shop.
Yeah.
And then next evolution of that, and I know that you're launching that soon together with
Yeah.
us.
This week.
You're one of our partners
Yeah.
launching the Murphy
Murphy
Lab.
Lab, we'll grab it.
Imagine out of the acoustic lab comes
Yeah.
the Murphy Lab.
Yeah.
But I think that we have the original collection, which is a great representation of our greatest hits. We have the modern collection that we need to continue to evolve, and the expansion of the factory, the craftery, is going to allow us to do more of that, more price points, more features,
Yeah.
maybe innovate and test different woods.
Yeah.
And then the custom shop is going to enable us to go to the historic collection like we've never done before. So in a way, the expansion, it creates an unlocking moment
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah. It's well, we're very excited about it. It's just, and like I said, it is still a small amount, which I also like because it is such a finely crafted guitar, and we've been lucky. We've been here. We've been able to, keep them on order and keep them on the wall. And I know that the world needs more of them, but it's also nice to have it be.
Yeah,
it's
good.
nice to be a craft, and and this place is a community. I know all the people that work there, and it's it's great for the community, and it's just nice to see it happen.
Yeah.
So, well, you guys, thank you for what you do for the guitar
Absolutely.
industry, for what you do for Gibson, the brand. Bringing it back to what it is incredible. And let's grab this Murphy Lab real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that while we're here. This isn't all about acoustics,
Right.
Yeah.
So these are coming out on Tuesday,
Yep.
and
Yep.
this is exciting. We've just been tearing these apart in the boxes. We couldn't even let our shipping guy receive them. We were just, tearing into them. I think it's the best aging job I've ever seen, the best looking. If you didn't, you would not know. If someone came in, you could tell them this is a 59, and it is an incredible guitar. The weights, the feel, everything, the setup, everything on them is incredible. So,
Yeah, about a year and a half ago, Tom Murphy
Yep.
came to my office and said, I need to show you something. And we opened up the case, and I asked Tom, whose 59 is this? And is it for sale? And he's like, is this a 59? Is this an R9 that I did at home? And I told Tom, what have you done here? Because this is the future of aging. And so he walked me through it. And I told Tom, we're going to build a lab. And he said, what are you talking about? We're going to build the Murphy Lab. And he wouldn't believe me.
I like it.
And that was that conversation. And when I saw the checking, on that first guitar he showed me and the aging work, and then I closed my eyes and I played it and I felt it, and it felt like a guitar that had been broken in and played for 60 years. And so we said, and I told JC at the time, JC, I'm gonna spend some money in the custom shop. I'm gonna build a Murphy Lab.
Great.
And trust me that it's going to be, it's gonna change the dynamic of how we go about recreation of historical originals.
Right.
And now you're holding them on your hand. A year and a half later, it's a reality, and you're going live with it in the next couple of days.
Next couple of days we'll do that. And thank you again. These are all just amazing things that Gibson is doing. Someone told me years ago, I was at a dealer event, and people were saying, well, what's going to happen with guitars? When's it going to end? And it was kind of like, and now it seems like it's just beginning. Is there new players? People are just excited about guitars, and I love that because, I look at my kids and stuff, and they don't really know what it's like to hang out in a music store. Mine do; they'll come in here and hang out. But kids in general, it seems like it's been 10 years of kind of like video games for kids, and I really feel, and I hope you guys do too, that, and what I'm saying is, you guys are what's making this happen again. You're getting this machine moving again.
Well, it's not just us.
And it's amazing.
It's you're carrying the flag.
Yeah.
By virtue of doing this piece of content, you're helping us tell the story.
But it's coming together. And I feel like, don't you feel like
is.
kids are getting into it? And it's
But I think also you hit on it too. And people often ask, okay, we are where we are today, and who would have thought out of this COVID crisis would have come a sort of creative the COVID creativity is there too. And my hope is we look back and say, wow, that was a difficult, dark time. But through that, once people realize that, okay, I've got a little bit of time and a talent, you ask any room you talk to, who here would love to play a guitar? Every hand goes up, and then who plays it? Only a few. Yeah. So that means you've got this opportunity ahead of us. And I think our biggest collective challenge is we now have beginners who started playing 6 months ago and are now guitar players. Yeah. We have intermediates who said, I'm going to take my guitar playing to the next level and learn about new guitars and features and cool stuff. And then we launched Gibson TV so that there's stories that have not been told before through the lens of our artists or producers. And it could be my first Gibson, or it could be Kirk Hammett telling his entire journey of how he got to where he got to. And then our challenge is not to make this the one-hit wonder year of guitars. How do we collectively, all of us in this amazing industry, set up the next generation of guitarists? Totally. And I think the starting point is there. It's up to us to continue to drive innovation, energy, leverage our cool, historic, iconic past, but sort of lean into the innovative future. And a lot of people talk like that. I think we're really doing it.
That's great.
And I would say the last point you made about the quality, I think out of this whole dynamic, and we work with a lot of artists, I think the future of live music is about the quality of the experience, not the quantity. Remember, it used to be like, how many stadiums did they fill and how many people went? Right. And then how many records or CDs did they sell? It's going to be how amazing was the experience, the quality of the experience. And so quality is going to start doing this for all of us, and the expectation of quality is there. That's why we're paying attention to the quality that we are.
Yep, it is. Everything is an experience. I think that's how, that's how life should be. It's all about experiences.
Well, this is an amazing experience.
That wine we were talking about is going to be an experience. But,
awesome.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thank you for everything you're doing, and keep up the great work. And thanks for coming out to Bozeman. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. And congrats on everything you're doing here, Paul. It's amazing. I've had a chance to work with the team, and we're just blown away. And you're, as much as you're a fan of Gibson, we're all fans of what you're doing here. Perfect. So I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.